Welcome, beautiful yogis. I am delighted to be here with you. Wonderful to see you coming in. And this is Love Your Life Yoga. We're going to do a lovely full body stretch and workout. We'll focus on neck, upper back, shoulders, a little core, and the hips. And we won't forget the hamstrings or the spine. So we're doing it all. Let's begin seated. Snuggle your sit bones on your folded blanket. Elevate through your spine. Place your palms flat down on your knees or on your thighs. And then take your shoulders up. Draw them back and down. And as your shoulder blades move down and together, your sternum lifts a little. And as the sternum lifts a little, let's lower the gaze so the attention now drops inward. And just this moment of checking it out. What is the inner state of being right here, right now? Everything comes to stillness. And most pertinent in this moment is the feeling of the breath. Align your attention with that. Exhale completely. And then through your nose, take a deep nose breath in. All the way to fullness, hold your breath. Don't lose the lovely posture we established. And then we'll blow the breath away. Two more times exactly that way. From your low belly, initiate your inhalation. Let it rise and expand through your trunk, through your ribs, and then we hold the breath a moment. So still, and we hold. And then blow it away. One more time. And as your breath completes itself, bring your palms together in the prayer pose. Opening your eyes now as we inhale, lean a little forward and open your elbows and your palms. And raise your heart center, look up a little bit, fullness of breath. Exhaling, bring your hands back together as we round the back and bow the head. Inhaling, rock forward, heart comes forward. Elbows draw back to make this wonderful opening space in your front. And then as we exhale and bring the hands back together, we make that wonderful space in your back. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Keep your palms together. Send them straight up the midline as we breathe in. Follow your gaze as we raise the arms up towards the heavens. Big stretch, little pause. And then ready to exhale, arms wide. Exhaling all the breath back out. And let your hands come back to rest on your thighs. Come a little forward and circle the trunk now while breathing in. And circling it the other way or the continuing on, exhale. Lovely. Circling with your breath. Half is inhaling and the other half is exhaling. One more in this direction. Great, and then let's revolve the other way. Getting a lot of movement through your trunk, through your spine, through your ribs, and modulated with your breathing. Even as you exhale, you can begin to draw your tummy muscles in. And so we get a little activation, even in the circling, the kind of rolling action. Lovely, everyone. Good. Coming back to center. Please switch the cross of your legs so that the other shin bone is in front. And we begin again. Hands on your knees. Inhale, come forward, lift your heart. Looking up. And exhale, we round the back as we hang on to the knees. Bowing your head. Twice more. And one more. Now this time, as we inhale and straighten the spine, bring your hands together, be at your sacrum. Interlace, hook thumbs, or use your strap. Lift your chest, shoulders back and down, and can you straighten your elbows? Chin lifts on inhalation, and chin lowers on exhalation. And we'll keep the downward gaze as we draw the arms back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Bringing some energy to the back of the neck and the upper back and shoulders. And very slowly looking towards your right with your low chin, little turn. Exhale back to center. And a little turn towards your right. And coming back. Good. That felt good. We'll do it again. Slow movement of the head. Might feel a little crunching and crackling in your neck. Terrific. As we come back to center, let go your hands and free up your right leg and take it all the way straight out to the right. And your left heel stays in close, and we're still on the folded blanket as we raise the same side arm, breathing in, and then side stretch. Can you reach your knee, your ankle, or your toes? And your other arm reaches out and wraps behind the back, as far around as you can, and then really accentuate the rotation towards the left with your upper chest and your shoulder and looking left. And then as we exhale again, only your head turns to look down the length of your right leg. And we stay here a couple of breaths. Lovely deep breathing. Nice. Good. Free up the arm from behind you and bring your both arms straight up the midline. And exhaling, turn to face that extended leg. Good. Lovely breath in and a little way forward over the leg, just a third of the way. Come back up. So we're turned over the leg now. There'll be a little bit of resistance. Exhale a little further over that leg. We're going slowly and we're having another go at it. And see how far we get as this time we let the hands come down to somewhere on your leg. It doesn't matter where you land your hands. Keep them there. Lift your heart, inhaling. Turn your trunk a little further over the turned out leg, and then we'll exhale and come to lie down over the leg. Bow your head. Good. And now breathe into your low belly. Two more breaths here in this shape. Beautiful, everyone. Keep holding on with your same side hand. So that would be your right hand holding somewhere on your right leg. Inhale your left arm wide open and reach that arm. Have both arms straight and feel the open-hearted space as we look at that reaching hand. Turn that palm up of the reaching hand and then bring it next to your head. And bring your head again to look down at the extended leg. Good. Have that arm as straight as you can and keep your side ribs rolling back so we're still in a very lateral stretch. Looking good. Lovely. This breath in will come to upright. And release your hands down and bring your fingertips to the midline. Legs stay as they are. Raise your heart and then a little forward reaching with your heart. And just explore the possibilities here. We've got the hands on the ground to support. And we're just feeling it out in the back and staying with the breathing. And so staying with the breathing, it gives our mind a place to rest. It doesn't need to keep thinking. It's one of the lovely gifts of doing yoga is the mind quietens down. And as well, of course, the body has its tightness and stiffness, which needs to be released, and we want to get a little stronger in our muscles. Terrific, everyone. Make your way up. And let's take second side. Second side, switch legs. Heel comes in, and establishing now the extended leg side. Arm comes way up, 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 and side reach to wherever you can. Hold on. The other arm reaches around and wraps behind the back, far as you can, and rotate your trunk as far as you can towards your right, and then look towards your left, down the length of that leg. Stay here to breathe. Starting to become very present with the sensations in the body. And so the difficult sensations are often in our awareness already because it's sore or aches or has a throb or is in a healing place. It's waking up the other places too that feel so marvelous. Lovely, everyone. And release that arm. Make your way back up. All the way back up. And now turn to face your extended leg and raise both arms up. We're going 3 times, so 3 exhales. Face the leg, come forward over the leg, come back up. And again we go forward, heart reaching. And one more time. Forward we come, and now the hands reach down and rest somewhere on your leg. Lift your heart, turn your trunk over your leg, and now we slide down and we stay here for the long, slow breaths. One more breath here. Good. Now keep holding onto the leg with the same side hand. And then inhale, sweep the other arm open to open your front body and open your heart. And have both arms straight and you're pulling in that direction. Turn the palm up. And then sweep the arm right next to your head. Really close to your head and look down the length of your extended leg. And we breathe here into the side stretch. Waking the dormant places, letting prana begin to flow and letting ourselves feel the body in more places so we're more alive. And so I love the idea of loving your life yoga so that we feel good in the body. Glad to be here, breathing and stretching. Lovely. Are you ready? We're going to come back to upright. And lower your arms and bring your fingertips to the midline. Legs stay as they are. Lift your heart, a hand fold forward, inch your way forward. And so this is where we simply stay to feel what's here. And some days we feel very flexible and we could just relax forward, and other days it's a little stiffer. It's changed since yesterday, it's changed since last week. It's pretty normal. Nice. Slowly make your way back up and bring your feet together in cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet match up, and renew your sit bone connection. Good. Feet are lined up. Lift your heart and come forward. Hands could slide down to your feet, symmetrically coming forward now. Nice slow breaths. Great, and walk your way back up. Help your knees up. And now let's come to all fours. Like to have the blocks ready, just handy there. We're on all fours. Lovely. Now just for a moment, before we do anything, just let your head hang down. Your spine is neutral, your arms are straight. Just your head is hanging down, and we turn it slightly left and slightly right. Letting go any neck tension. Nice. We've done that a few times. Coming back to center, bring your spine into play now as well as we bring the chest forward. Arch your back and raise your head up. And then on the exhalation, lower your head as we round the length of the spine and tuck the tail under and draw the belly, squeezing it in. Inhale, chest, heart forward. Feel how your ribs expand. And then as we round again on exhale, begin to really activate through your core muscles, drawing your lower belly and your pelvic floor inwards and upwards. Let's do a few more of these. Lovely. Come to the neutral back. From the neutral back, take your right leg, ball of the foot onto the mat. Activate your leg, send your left arm forward. Strong in your core, raise your right leg parallel to the mat. That's it. Keep your balance. Lovely. 3 breaths. Flowing one breath into the next. And exhaling, lower your hand and your knee back down. Second side. Left leg is straight. Open the back of the knee with a little purchasing of your foot into the mat. Right arm forward. And when you feel steady and strong in your core, raise your left leg. Left leg, right arm, steady breaths. On the exhale, bring it all back down. Lovely. All right, ease your wrists in any way. Good. And now we're going to do it again and adding on. So the right leg is straight, ball of the foot into the mat, hips are level. Bring your left arm forward, and then again raise your right leg. Feel free to keep the leg straight or bend the knee and fetch that foot with your left hand. Make contact, grab the foot, and then lift up. That's not available for everyone, don't worry. And one more breath. Inhaling, we'll do straight arm, straight leg. And exhale, bring your hand and your knee back down. Terrific. Next side, second side. Left leg first, the ball of the foot into the mat. Right arm forward. Raise your left leg. And either stay here or bend the knee and catch your foot. Kicking up. Lovely. And on the inhale, straight arm, straight leg. Exhale, hand and knee. Come back down. Good. Let's lower to the forearms, to the elbows. Bring your palms into prayer pose and let your head again just hang, but press out of your shoulders, so don't sag down. You're lifting out of the shoulders. Knees, we can be seen close together. Now please curl your toes and raise your knees up off the mat. Moving towards straight legs, you can tiptoe forward if available, and press your chest, your heart, through towards your thighs. And the crown of the head might be just brushing the floor, but there's no weight on it at all. 3 breaths. So we got a lovely lengthening of the spine. And release your knees back down. And come back to hands and knees. You might like to use your blocks for the next one, where we take the right leg back behind, bent knee lifts up, inhale, and then step your right foot forward. Right foot steps forward between your blocks. Press down through the foot and raise your torso up. Inhale, come on up. And circle your arms back to your sides. Lean a little forward, both arms forward and then up. Circling the arms back to your sides. One more time. Lean the trunk forward, lovely, strong in that front leg. And exhale, your hands circle back now to the blocks. And when we arrive at the blocks, curl your back toe and straighten your back leg. Good, so really power up that back leg. Have the blocks high enough that makes it accessible. And make sure that your right knee is over your ankle and not over your toes. A little twist to the right, so we're leaning into the left hand and open to the right. Turn your ribs to the right. And let your arms be in one long reaching line. Lovely. On the exhale, the hand returns and the knee comes back down. And take your right knee next to your left knee. And we'll take second side, left leg up, behind, and step the foot through. All the way through, press it down to rise up through your arms and torso. Circle your arms to your sides. The inhale, we reach forward and back to vertical, circling around. And one more time. Nice, everybody. This time the hands dive for the ground or the blocks, and we straighten the back leg. Breathe deeply into the power of your strong back leg. Beautiful hamstring stretch. Press down through the front foot as we now open to the left. With the left arm, rotate your ribs. And a lovely spinal twist. And bringing beautiful energy again to the upper back. On the exhalation, bring it down, hand and knee. And bring your left knee next to your right knee. Inch them back a little bit, widen the knees and bring the big toes close. And you might flatten your blocks and draw your hips back for an extended child's pose. Two more breaths. Beautiful long spine. Great. Draw your torso forward. Walk your knees in. Bring the blocks back to that middle position. And we again take the right leg up behind and step the foot forward between the blocks. Step it through, press that foot down to inhale your torso up. And exhaling, lower your arms back down. This time, let's clasp the hands at the sacrum, or use your strap if it's hard for your hands to meet. We'll need to really press down through the front foot to stay steady. Raise your heart, and then can you straighten your arms and lower your chin. Revisiting that upper back, neck stretch. Breathing into that area. Great, and then release your hands. Taking your left arm, sweep it up on the inhale, reach forward and now hook your elbow over the knee. Palms press as we take a lovely kneeling twist. And so rotating the spine and then lengthening it and rotating the spine. This is how we bring a lot of charge. Pranic flow, which is why yoga feels so good. And as we exhale again, hands come to the blocks and we'll straighten the front leg. Right leg is straight. Draw your sit bone back as your heel tractions into the mat also towards. So there's a little bit of pull from your heel to your sit bone. And how is your breath? Can you stay connected to it? Good. So we're going to stay with the legs this way, and we're adding a twist to the right. So your left hand stays. Bring your right arm forward and up, and then open the ribs towards the right. And continue to draw your right sit bone back. Continue to keep that right leg straight. Oh, yeah. You might look up. And then turning the head on an exhalation to look down. And we could play with that again. Let's do it one more time. This exhale, lower your hand back to the block, just in time, and draw your foot back. Nice, everyone. Are you ready? Second side, left leg. Lift it up and step it through. Press down through the foot to rise. Inhale your arms up and exhale your arms back. And as we did, clasp hands. Shoulders back, long neck, heart lifts, elbows straighten as we lower the chin. 3 breaths. Holding steady. Beautiful. On the exhalation, release your hands back to the blocks. And this time, we'll straighten the front leg. Draw the sit bone back. Dig the heel in. Feel the pranic flow along the back of your leg. Good, and then we'll stay like this, but add the twist to the left. Leaning into your right hand, bring your left arm forward and up, and rotate your ribs to the left, and have your arms in a lovely long line. Keep drawing your left sit bone down. Keeps the hips in really good alignment. Amplifies, accentuates the left hamstring stretch. Beautiful, everyone, and gently lower your hand back down and draw your leg back. As we did, extended child's pose. So knees wide, feet close. Draw your seat back and extend through the arms and your side ribs. As your tail draws back and down, and your sternum reaches forward and downer. Perhaps your forehead can rest. And fill your trunk with your breath and work the exhalation now. Inward, upward contraction. One more breath. Nice. Come forward. Walk your knees in and come to your elbows. Palms in prayer pose. Looking at your knees that are close together, curl your toes as we did, coming up off the knees. Draw your seat back and breathe deep. So this is a most wonderful upper body strengthener. We can stay here. Some of you might like to move into the core a little bit, so walk your toes back, your feet back, so that now as you look up towards your hands, your hips can lower, and we're in the forearm plank. So fired up legs, we're not sagging, working the core and the fired up legs, crown to heels, one lovely long line. Don't hang your head here, look up a little bit. Good, are you ready? Lowering your pelvis down to the mat. Release your toes, flatten your palms. Sphinx pose. So lift into the heart. Breathing deep, shoulders pull back and down. Two more breaths. On the next exhalation, lower down to the mat, reaching your arms to your sacrum, To clasp again, or use your strap. Begin to draw your shoulder heads back, straighten your elbows, and lift your chest. Keep your legs pressing down into the mat. So beautiful long lines in your spine and your legs and your arms and your neck. Breathe right into your belly, even in the pressure into the mat. Work the exhalation. 2 more breaths. Oh, it's so good to breathe into that resistance. Exhale will soften. Make a pillow with your hands and let your whole back relax as we yield to the ground. Drop shoulders, release buttocks and legs. Easy flow of breath. Nice, everyone. Please reach your arms this time next to your hips, palms down. Forehead is low, shoulder heads are lifting. Now inhale, raise your chest up, your arms up. Exhale, come down, looking towards your left, so we're landing on the right ear. Now if that's a long way for you down, then put a blanket there as a little pillow. Inhale, lift your chest. And this time as we exhale down, turn your face the other way, so we're landing on the left ear. Inhale, rise. This is all in the upper body, legs stay grounded. Exhale down. Inhale, rise. And lower. Let's do one more each side. Nice. Bring your hands to make a pillow for your brow. Drop the shoulders, relax the buttocks. Let's bend the knees now and rock your hips a little side to side. Good. Let go your legs again. They're going to be straight out on the mat with a little vigor. Your brow can stay relaxed on your piled up hands. Your legs fairly close together and actively straight. Raise your right leg, inhale. Not too high, exhale it back down. Raise your left leg. And lower. Alternate your legs, right leg. Exhale down. Left leg. So your hip actually doesn't lift up, your hip pointer. We've got one more. It's your thigh that reaches back and slightly off the mat. One more left leg. Good. And as your leg lands, soften your legs and buttocks and back and shoulders. Feel that give. Give to the ground. No resistance. Nice, everyone. Slide your hands under your shoulders, right next to your ribs, and push 2 hands and knees. Dip your seat back towards your heels. Just the exhale, extend your child's pose. Then come forward for a downward facing dog. Looking at your feet, finding your optimal distance between the hands and the feet so that we're in that inverted V shape. And breathe into this shape. Good. As we exhale, we start to walk forward. A little way forward. Parallel your feet and now reach for your blocks. High block under each hand so that we can stand here in a flat back position. So if your torso is long, you're going to be a little bit further back. So with spine is straight, shoulders over blocks and hips over heels. Good. Lift your heart a little bit and draw your seat back a little bit. Yeah. Good. All the weight into the right leg. Take your left leg back and parallel to the mat. Parallel to the mat. Notice what happens to your right hip. We want to draw the sit bone back so the hips stay level. Great, lower your foot down. And press that left foot down, take your right leg back. Level hips, draw the left sit bone back, draw your heart forward. And lower your foot back down. Good, we're going to do it again, adding on. Left leg back. Level hips. Maybe you can add the right arm forward. 2 more breaths. If it feels hard, you can bend your standing knee a little bit. It'll make it a little bit more accessible. Great, and bring your hand and your foot back. Lovely, a lot of balance is required in that. Are you ready? Second side. Right leg goes back. Level hips first. Remember your left knee could be slightly bent. And then the left arm reaches forward. Nice, and return to the ground. And the block, lovely. Good. So your feet are close together, little bend in the knees, ground your feet, push away from your blocks. We're coming up to standing. All the way up come the arms. Reach up tall and then bring your hands to prayer pose. And pause here. Feel it all. Present in the body, little pause to breathe and feel. Good. Arms alongside. The left foot steps forward and the right foot steps back. Square your hips the way we've been doing and distribute your weight equally through both. The left arm wraps behind the back and the right arm inhales up straight. Get very long through your right side and then exhale with a long reach and a flat back. Come forward with your right arm. You may reach the block, you might touch the ground, doesn't matter because we're coming back up again. Inhale, rise through your right arm. Little pause at the top of the breath with the reach. And then exhale, return again with your right arm reaching. Just the length of the exhale, wherever you get. Come back up, inhale. One more time. Exhale forward. All the way up. Good, and as we lower the arms to the side, step forward, both feet together. Take a moment to get your centeredness and your balance. From here, we'll step the left foot back, angle the heel and distribute your weight over both feet and legs. Wrapping now your right arm behind your back. And then the left arm from the grounded feet. The left arm lifts up, breathing in. From the grounded feet, a long reach. Exhale, forward we come. Just the length of the exhale coming up, steady feet and ankles. Little pause. Exhale, forward. Coming up. And forward. All the way up from the grounded feet. Lovely. And we step forward, arms alongside to pause and steady ourselves here, centered. And so the awareness of the feet, being steady on the ground, is a wonderful yogic practice. Translates into being very useful when you're in the garden pulling up roots. Every time you've got to pull, it's really good to have your feet well positioned for any time we bend to pick up something. To pick up or to pull up, grounded feet really matter. Let's bring the hands to prayer pose. Feel the grounded feet. And then widen up. On inhale, go the arms. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway up. This time we're going for downward dog. Plant your hands, walk your feet back. And take 3 breaths. On the next inhale, come to plank and lower all the way down onto your belly. Down onto the mat. Reach your left arm forward on the ground. Bend your right knee and reach for the right foot with your right hand. Now if you can't reach, just have that bent knee and the hand reaching back, or make contact. Good, and now inhale, lift your chest. Your left arm and your left leg just up off the ground. Keep length. 3 breaths. On the exhalation, make a little pillow and rest. Feel the asymmetry. Good, and we go again. This time it's the right arm forward on the mat. Bend your left knee and reach for the foot or towards the foot. Lovely, as is available for you today. Good, this may be enough, or just take the right arm and the right leg just off the mat. Two more breaths, make them deep. And on the exhalation, we get to have a little lie down on the hands, soften the back. And hands next to your ribs, curl your toes. Come to 4s. Draw your seat back, extend the lower back, and then on to downward dog. Nice, walk your toes, your feet to the front of the mat. This time as your feet match up, bring your hands to your shin bones, take a flat back. Exhale, fold closer to your legs. And this time we're coming all the way upright. Ground the feet and rise. Know where your feet are. And exhale, come to prayer pose. Nice, everyone. Let's come to wide stance on your mat. They're parallel feet, standing really upright. Good, and then as we inhale, take your right arm straight up, get longer on exhale, stay for inhale. Now side bending, exhale. Good, now we're here for 3 breaths. It's not a deep side bend, we've got parallel feet, but we're opening space here in the side body, looking up, and then looking down. One more time. Ground your feet, inhale, come to upright, lower the arm and pause. Feel the pranic flow. Good, are you ready for second side? Feet ground, raise your arm, make it longer as you exhale. Stay here for the in, side bend, exhale. Opening into the side ribs. Turn your gaze up on an inhale and look down on exhale. And one more time. Inhale, come all the way up and lower your arm. A little wider apart through the feet. This time we're going for triangle pose, so turning out your right leg all the way out. Hand your left heel away. It slides away a little bit. Square your hips and know where your feet are, rooting down. Spread the arms, get taller, breathe in. And now we reach over the turned out leg and come down. See how we can go deeper now we've turned out the leg and reach higher with the up arm. Feel your feet rooting as we now really challenge balance by looking up on inhale and looking down on exhale. Twice more. So grounded, so steady through the feet that we have this mobility. Through the head and neck. Good. Press down through the feet. This time we're coming up. Breathe in. Come up. And relax your arms. And go for second side. All the way turned out. Root the feet. Square your hips. And parallel your arms. Getting taller. Breathe in. And reach for triangle pose. And so there's a beautiful spreading through your front and your back. And from the grounded feet, we can play with the turning of the head, looking to the up arm, and turning to look down with the breath. Lovely, everyone. Ground your feet and catch the inhale to come upright. Relax the arms, and this time parallel your feet again. Bring them in slightly. And let's clasp hands as we've been doing behind the back. Lift the heart, shoulder heads are back. Catch the exhale to lead with your heart into a forward bend. That's it. So it's a nice flat back, comes forward. It's deep into the shoulders as the arms lift away from your back, maybe come overhead. And of course, if you've got a shoulder injury, then this would not be a good one. Feel it out in your shoulder. Breathe deep. There's a release with each exhale. You might find you're going a little deeper through the shoulders, a little deeper through your hamstrings. Lovely. So now we're going to take the arms down and release them, hands to the ground, and reach your hands forward. Legs are staying, and we're drawing the hips and thighs back. And even though we're reaching forward, the hands are glued to the ground and tractioning towards you, not away. 2 more lovely breaths. Nice. Walk your hands in towards you so they can press down and walk the legs together now. Feet come in till they're parallel, little bend in the knees, roll up, head low, all the way uncurling, unfurling up, and we stand upright and steady and stable. Nice, everyone. Let's take the feet wider apart, this time turned out slightly. So your toes turned out about 45 degrees. Root the feet down, hands can be on your hips, top of your legs, and bend both knees, knees outward. Straighten the legs, and bend both knees outwards. Testing it out. It's the hips and the knees and the ankles. Feeling if you can go a little deeper into this or if it's enough already. One more time. Looking good. Doing great, everyone. Good. Come into this double lunge. Stay here. Send the arms straight up. And then exhale, bend your elbows. Lovely. Now straighten arms and legs. Breathe in. And then exhale, bend the knees and the elbows. Yeah. All these joints are working. It's terrific. I like the mouth exhale here. And we're going for lion's pose this time. Inhale, nose. Lion's pose, tongue sticks out, we make a scary face. Straighten up, inhale. Lion's pose again. One more. Lovely, hands to thighs. Lean a little forward and dip your right shoulder into the middle and back, and your left shoulder and back. Good, one more each way. Nice. Good. All right, we come back to center. We straighten the legs and walk your feet in. Come to stand in the mountain pose. Tall, relaxed, unperturbed by changing terrain, unperturbed by changes that we live with. There's a part of us that's stable, holds stable and steady through it all, through the turmoils. So it's really good to feel yourself as stable, calm and rooted and centered. It's a kind of imprinting when we know how that feels. Letting it in deeply. Nice. All right. One more pose here, and it'll be warrior two. So wide legs. a little wider than we did in triangle. Going to your right first, so turn out your entire foot, knee and thigh, and then slide your left foot a little bit away, ground them, and then bend your right knee a little or a lot. So we're testing it out. Straighten the leg and bend the knee, and we stay upright in the trunk of the body. And if you feel you could go deeper, then you might just widen your stance a little bit so that your knee stays over your ankle. Lovely. One more time, just testing it out. Good. And now we'll stay here and add the arms. Spread your arms, your gaze now, your drishti over your right hand. Hold steady. Beautiful strength of the warrior. And we can let this in too. Let this be an imprinting. Your strength and stability. We have the resources we need. One more beautiful breath. And straighten your leg. Relax your arms and turn the legs the other way. So just as we did, we'll just let those knees try it out, bending and straightening. Keep your hips very squared. Good. And then when you find that you could stay, add your arms, spreading your gaze over your left hand with the left knee lunging. Deep breaths. Great. Straighten the leg and relax your arms and walk your feet in together. Toe heel or step in. Some people like to jump. And we stand again here in our stability, in our strength, and this flow of prana. Nice, everybody. So root now through your left foot and raise your right knee. We're going to turn the knee out and come into tree pose. So bring your foot up below your knee or above your knee. Stabilize through the arms, maybe even bringing them upright. Tree pose. Hold your balance. One more breath. Good. And lower your arms and your foot. And find your way back to centeredness. Good. And we take second side. So root your foot, your leg. Bend the knee, turn it out. And then bring it to the inseam. Now, it might be just for today you'll have your ball of the foot on the mat. Or pick it up. Or take it way up. See what's available today. Steady up. And look at something that's not moving. Calm, centered breaths. Lovely, everyone. And just coming back down to the ground. Nice. Good. Come onto your back. Hug your knees in. hold your right knee in with both hands and send your left leg straight out on the mat. Stretch your sacrum into the ground. And switch sides. Hold your left knee in, straighten your right leg on the mat. Push through the heel. Great. And then put your left foot flat and your right foot beside it, bringing your hands now to cup your head. On the exhale, elbow to knee. Cross the midline. Inhale back. And exhale across. And inhale back. Stay doing it this way with one foot on the floor. Or, for the last few, feet off the floor and exhale across. Now we've got the other leg straightening out. Bring it back, inhale, and other side, exhale. 2 more each way. Good. Let your head lie down. Your feet down. Reach for your block and just pop it right under the sacrum. Supported bridge. Bring your arms in really close and then send your legs into the air for block supported shoulder stand. Or you can keep your feet down on the mat. With your eyes turned inward, sense the inner body. Sense your state of being. Resting in beingness. Nice. Bend your knees, bring your feet back to the mat, remove the block, lower the sacrum and take a little shift to the right. Arms wide as you wrap your right leg over the left for a releasing, relaxing spinal twist. Setting it up in a way that feels wonderful. Begin to lengthen your exhalations. Good. And so now we'll come back up and rearrange for second side. A little shift to the left with the sacrum, left thigh on top. And let your hips roll to your right and your knees fall away, softening through the left side of the body. Inward attention to feel the subtle flows, sensations. And from here, bring your knees back up. Find center with your lower back. Grab any props that you'd like now for final relaxation. A bolster, a pillow, blanket, eye pillow, whatever it is that you love to use to support this vital part of our practice, the deep relaxation. So no yoga practice is complete without the practice of Shavasana. Optimal spreading body, supported, grounded. And even in the groundedness, there is a lightness. I invite you now to take one lovely deep breath in. It's a full, full breath. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. You're so full of breath. Hold it. Keep holding. And then release this breath and let your whole body soften. Relax and drop deep. Even in the relaxed place, feel your breath again. And deepen your breath. And awakening gently through toes and fingers moving, little stretchy. Roll your head. And then roll onto one side, curl up. Even in the curled up place, take a moment to let gratitude flood your body, mind. So grateful. Make it real. And come up to sit. So lovely to practice with you, everyone. Take your arms wide and up. And in the prayer pose, we bow to our hearts, my heart, your heart. Namaste.